Hello, it's time for another studio vlog. Today is Monday. Normally this is only the third studio vlog. So the first 2 weeks, my vlogging week started on Saturday because I usually work the weekends and take time off during the week. But this weekend I took time off and now this vlog starts on Monday. And I think it might be better to keep it that way because it makes more sense for me to record Monday to Sunday and whatever days I'm working in that week. So if you're new, my name is Natalie and I've been working for myself for 8 years now. I've been running the online support community named The Chargieville for the past 5.5 years. And the last year I've really been focusing on the Chargimals that you can see behind me. Those are monsters that each represent a physical or mental health condition, and I do all sorts of fun stuff with them. And I kind of wanted to document what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. Today's Monday. I just had my brother and his family on a holiday here. If you've watched last week's vlog, it was more doing fun stuff than me working. Now it's the first day, they've left yesterday, it's the first day that I'm sitting back down to work again. I made myself some more planners and I'm gonna plan the week. So I'm not very good at planning, so I don't plan the week up until Sunday because I really don't know. So my week planner is completely full. This is the stuff that I want to get done more or less this week or next week. And then when I decide which day I'm going to do what, I'll just, write it down. So I've got a little list of stuff to do today. The first thing is send coloring pages. So for everybody that requests to join my Facebook group, they can leave their email address and then I'm going to send them some free coloring pages. And I need to be better at sending them every single week because sometimes it takes me like 2 weeks. So I decided to just write it as the first thing on my to-do list every Monday. So I'm going to be doing that first. I need to record the audiobook version of next month's Patreon story that I'm going to be giving to my members about the Chargimals. Let's see, the story is Annie and the Magic Blanket. So the story has been completely written, so I'm going to record that in audiobook format so my patrons can download it at the beginning of the month as an MP3. And I'm also gonna make the PDF version look nice, put some images in there, so it's gonna be a nice PDF version as well. So I'm gonna be working on that today. And at 7 p.m. today, I've got a Zoom call with this lovely community that I'm part of. It's Emily Harvey Art. I'll leave her Instagram handle below. We are having our very first Zoom call with people who are on her Patreon. So it will be super fun to see actual faces and hear the voices of the people that I've been chatting with and linking up with on Instagram. So I'm super excited for that. So that's what my day's gonna be like today. Luckily, there weren't that many people to send emails to this week. Some weeks are crazy. This week there were just a few. So what I do next is I go in the group and send them a little welcome message saying thank you for being here, and I've just emailed you your coloring pages. Please check if you've gotten them. So they know that maybe they signed up about a week ago and they don't know what this email is about. So this is my way of telling them, this is me sending you the coloring pages that you've requested. So go and check those out. So I'm gonna make that message right now. So that's the first thing that I can cross off my list. Awesome. And the next thing was, I have here scheduled story on Patreon, but first I need to record it before I can schedule it, so I didn't really write my to-do list properly. Another thing that I'm doing on Patreon that I need to get better at launching things and promoting them, because my problem I've realized is that I make consistent sales, but it's not boatloads. And I do a lot of things and I make a lot of things, and then I just make a post about it, send an email about it, and 5 or 10 people will know about it, and the other thousands of people that are following me have no clue that it's a thing. So my goal for the coming weeks and months is to get better at, I'm a very impatient person, so when I have something finished, I just want to slap it on there and tell them, ta-da, here it is, but there is no build up, there's no real launch, and then I kind of like tell them about it 10 or 20 times, but I feel like I need to like do a better job at launching things and build up excitement and just talk about it a little bit more. So one of the things, for example, is that on our Patreon, when you are a voting member, and that starts at $2 a month, you can vote on who the next Chargimal is going to be. Like, what are we going to have the next Chargimal represent? I'm trying to find the post. Oh, I'm not logged in on Patreon. That's why it looks so weird. Why am I logged out of everything? Anyway, so I had put the vote up somewhere about 10 days ago. And we do the voting every other month because it takes a little time to have like the whole Chargimal made and then the backstory and everything. Let me show you. So here's the post that the patrons can see, and this is the new Chargimal vote of all of the different ones that can be voted on. As you can see, like the heart attack one has 6 votes, the ADHD one has 6 votes, and the asthma one has 5 votes. And there's a month left to vote. So I need to promote this better. I need to tell people that they can vote so they can have their Chargimal made. This was a specifically requested one. This one people have been asking for a long time, a dysautonomia POTS one, but there's not enough people that have signed up to be a patron to actually vote on that. So I'm probably next time gonna do like a mental health one, and then a time after that just have the very rare specific ones, because they will have a bigger chance of like being picked basically. But I'm gonna like come up with a plan to promote this. I've been just sharing it on my social media, and I think I'm gonna like send an email about it again, so that people on my email list also know what's up. But I didn't build up to opening the vote again. I opened it and then I was like, you can vote again. Next time I'm gonna take like a week to tell them that I'm gonna open the vote, so they will know it's there. Like, it's open for a month, so there's time, you know, for them to figure out that it's open again. But yeah, that is something that I feel I need to do better. It's a little bit dark, but this is because I'm in my daughter's room. I'm underneath her bed. Let me show you. And why am I here? Because I'm going to record the story, but my ceilings are super high and there's an echo in my house, and I don't really have another spot where I can make the story sound not so echoey. So, yes, this is her little spot where I record the audiobook version of the stories for our patrons. So I'm gonna now be reading Annie and the Magic Blanket. Audiobook has been recorded. I made the PDF version of the story and it's been scheduled on Patreon to go live on the 1st of the month. I am extremely exhausted because I've been doing a lot of things last week, and when you live with a bunch of chronic illnesses and autoimmune diseases like me, when I go and do something, I always need to recover for quite a while before I get my energy back. So I've just worked for like 2 hours, I think. I'm gonna buy some fruit and lay down in bed and watch Netflix. So I'll see you soon. Today's Tuesday. I cannot even explain the exhaustion that I feel. Yeah, there's no words. And when I lay down and I try to sleep, I don't fall asleep because I've slept enough hours, but my body's just utterly exhausted. It's almost 5 p.m. now. And I had to do some small things, so I've been sitting behind my computer for about half an hour. I saw that I'm still figuring out Patreon, so I figured out what the best way is to upload the audiobook version of the story that comes out every month with this audio type of post where you can listen to the story directly from Patreon, so you don't have to first download it to your phone. So I just scheduled the thing that I had scheduled yesterday, but done in the right way. And in a few hours, I will be hopping on an Instagram live for the Charge of the Week chat with Tony, our illustrator. We have literally never video chatted before, so we've known each other and been working together for a year now, and we talk basically every day. But we've never done a video call before, so that will be fun, even though I'm utterly exhausted. So that's basically all for today. I'm not going to be filming anymore. I just wanted to update you on the whole half an hour work I just did and the other half an hour of Instagram live I'm doing today. And other than that, I'm binge watching Netflix shows. Today's Wednesday, and I've got my bi-weekly call with my friend Jessie from the Enabled Warrior podcast. She doesn't know that I started vlogging, so I'm gonna tell her now and record our conversation. So let's see what she thinks about that. It's Friday today. Yes, I'm laying in bed. I have slept horribly the last 2 nights because my daughter had an earache, so I was sleeping with her in her room and we were awake half of the night for the last 2 nights. And she just went to her dad's, so he got all the instructions. I'll leave the sound on my phone on just in case he's going to call me in the middle of the night, which I don't think he'll do, but anyway, I'll do that anyway. And in about an hour, I've got a call about a project that hopefully we're going to be working on to have one of the Chargimals be made into plushies. So I've decided that I'm going to crawl back into bed, watch some mindless TV or maybe some other studio vlogs. And then when it's time for the call and I have to sit down behind my computer, I'll also do other work. So I'll talk to you after the call. So I just finished the call with the company that was interested in having the stuffed animals made. It turns out that the selling price in the end is too much per plushie and they don't want to order like 2,000, they wanted to have 500 and I cannot lower the price because the factory doesn't lower the price. So they're not going to go with the stuffed animals right now, but they still want to have one of the Chargimals on other products. So I gave them a bunch of ideas. I gave them the ideas what I'm actually already doing for another charity where I'm gonna donate a package to the PCOS challenge for their silent auction, and I told them what I'm gonna be putting in there. I'm like, I can do stickers, I can do magnets, like fridge magnets. If the plushies are too costly, then I can also make pillows, and the pillows cost less than a plushie. And it's for kids, so they can still like hug them and stuff. I can make blankets. So they were really excited about all of the possibilities. Since this is a pharmaceutical company, it has to go through stages and the board and different other companies. So it's a slow process. I'm a little bit disappointed they don't want the plushies because I was super excited to have them made. But doesn't matter, I'm gonna get them made because that is my goal, to at least have one of the Chargimals made into an actual plushie by the end of the year. So I'm probably just gonna have to go with my crowdfunding again. But it's July now, so I'll do that further towards the end of the year. So yes, it was kind of like good news, bad news. The first idea that I gave them and the price with that they didn't want, but I've given them other options and they're still super interested. So let's see where it's gonna go. It's still open communication, so that's a good thing. What do I have on my list for today? I have to pick the mystery grab bag. The mystery grab bag is basically a membership you can have on the Unchargeable shop that gets you a surprise product. So every month I pick the surprise product and all of the members get that sent to their house. I have sent t-shirts, I think I've sent pillows, I've sent like baseball caps. What else have I done? I've also sent them once, I have that here, I've sent them a diary, a health diary. I absolutely love the way this is printed. It's just lined paper, but this is like, it has it's like embossed. It's really nice. And then they also got a magnet with that. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna send them next month, which is in a week or so. So I have to figure that out, and I'm gonna upload some more masks to RedBubble. I've put a post basically on all the social media channels, but the Facebook group is the most engaging one on this one. And I've asked people, what do you want to see on face masks? And there were some really good suggestions. So in the coming days, like today, and the coming days, like this weekend, I will be working on that a little bit. And what else do I have? I have edited the vlog, but I first need to finish recording before I can edit it. And that's basically the end of my week. The last thing that I wanted to do is give a shout out to Renee. She is my very first super fan on Patreon. The super fan tier is the highest tier, and that comes with everything basically. So you're getting the inspirational cards, you're getting the enamel pin, like the entire enamel pin box, but you also get the merch, because on Patreon, like it's different from the MGB. The mystery grab bag is where you will get a general chronic illness design. And then we have the Chargimal grab bag, which is Chargimal merch, and that's over on Patreon. So those are two separate things. So when you become a Chargimal super fan, you get all of that. And we will also make your Chargimal, whichever one you want of choice. Normally, we get requests, and then we write the little like text that explains what the Chargimal represents and what their favorite color is and what's their superpower. Then it goes into the voting stage where our patrons can vote on their favorite Chargimal. The ones that win are the ones that get made. There are rare diseases that people don't vote on, maybe one or two, but then the rest doesn't. So if you want to get your Chargimal made, you can also do that by becoming a super fan. So I sent Renee a message and I asked her, which Chargimal do you want us to make? And she said she wants a Parkinson's disease Chargimal. I have drafts for a lot of different conditions. I have literally nothing for this. So it's gonna take some research, and it's gonna take me talking to a bunch of people who live with Parkinson's, which I hope we have in the community. I'm gonna see if I can find them, to have the text made and to have a Chargimal made that represents Parkinson's. The turnaround time is roughly 4 to 8 weeks for new Chargimals being made. So I've told her that this will go into the batch of the new Chargimals that are being voted on right now. There's still like 3 weeks left for people to vote. So I've got some time to do my research before we're really gonna sit down, where the illustrators are gonna draw these Chargimals and where Jenny and I are gonna write the introductions and stories. So yes, I'm gonna have to do research into Parkinson's disease and what is it like to live with that, and like when are people diagnosed, what are common symptoms. You know, I know the tremors, but basically that's all I know. So it's gonna be interesting. And that's where I'm gonna end this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing until the end. If you like these videos, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you see when my videos are up. I really appreciate you sticking with me in this new thing.